I'm because this morning I woke up, I started planning this makeup look, and it's gonna be very complicated. And I'm not ready for this. Oh god. So I went on Pinterest and I saw this photo, which looks very interesting, and it really inspired me to do this makeup look, which is like a multi-layer type of effect. I really hope it's going to look good on the eyes, and I hope it's not going to look like a hot mess, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Alright, so this is definitely not the second time I tried to attempt this makeup look. So the first time I tried to do this makeup look, it didn't have that layered effect I was looking for. I really want to have like that layered effect where you have the eyeshadow look underneath and then you have the carved out shapes on top. And my first trial was not so successful. So I'm starting again, which sucks because it took me like 40 freaking minutes to do that and it looked like shit. Oh, of course. Of course. Oh my goodness. Tu veux de l'attention, hein? So as you can see, I did something a bit different on my other eye because look at this. Look at this. This is disgusting. Disgusting! I'll have to do it again. Once again, I'm priming my lid with the MAC Pro Longwear paint pot. Taking a small pencil brush, I'm going to be taking a blue cream shade. This is the NYX SFX Cream Color Palette, and I'm going to be applying that as a base for the eyeshadow. This is going to make the blue pop even more. The key to this look is not to make the line too big, too thick, because the thicker you make the line, the bigger the shapes will have to be. So I'm just going to take a Q-tip and remove some of the blue, just because I feel like I went a bit too thick. So next I'm going to be taking the same brush and I'm going to go in the Escape Pod palette from Kaleidos. I'll be taking the blue shade, which is called Exoplanet, and this shade is going to set the cream shadow in place. So we're just going to pack that shade on top, making sure to not make it too thick. Next, I'll be taking a Q-tip with some micellar water. I'm going to remove the excess on the back of my hand because you don't want it to drip all over your eye. And I'm going to be cutting the lines in specific areas. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts in our eyeshadow. Next, I want to lay down a skin tone, but a bit darker shade all over the lid so that when we apply the concealer on top, there's going to be contrast with the concealer and the brown skin tone shade. So I'm going to be taking the shade Bossa Nova from the Escape Pod palette. I'm taking that with a very big fluffy brush and I'm going to dab that all over my eyelid. So as you can see, this looks like we ruined our eyeshadow, but trust the process. I'm going to take some more of that blue shade and I'm just going to re-intensify the blue. And now for the fun and a bit stressful part, we're going to be taking a high coverage concealer. This is the Dermablend Cover Care Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 0C. And taking a detailed brush, this is the Morphe M250-1 brush. I'll pick up that concealer and I'm going to be creating my shapes. But for this part, you can create any shapes you want. You just want to make sure that the shape goes a good amount of space on top of our eyeshadow and also under the eyeshadow. You want to make sure to see the brown on the upper part and the lower part. Here we have it. Now, just to make the contrast a bit more intense between the concealer and the brown, I'm going to go back into the brown with a flat, compact brush. And I'm just going to stamp that on the edge of where we just applied the concealer. I'm also going to intensify the blue just a bit more. And now we're going to set the concealer in place. So taking my Raw Beauty Kristi palette with Pure Cosmetics, I'm going to be taking the light beige shade with that flat, compact brush. And I'm going to be stamping that shade all over the areas where we applied the concealer. I'm exhausted. All right, so here we have it. Oh my goodness, this is almost over. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. For my mascara, I'll be taking the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. And I'll be applying some lashes. These are the Ardell Professional Texture Eye Lashes in the style 575. These are a very like natural type of lash. Like it's nothing really crazy. I mainly want the eyeshadow look to speak for itself. That's it for the eyeshadow look. Oh my goodness. This is interesting. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, so I hope that with a full face of makeup, this will look better. For my face makeup, I'm actually going to be filming a second video because I have some products to try. Just giving you a little sneak peek. Oh. I'm so excited to try this. Oh my goodness. I don't really plan on doing anything crazy for my complexion, so I'll be right back to do the lips and the brows. Alright, so I have my face makeup on. Beach! This was a fun video to film. Like the Urban Decay products, that was fun. That was so fun. So for my lips, I don't know what I want to do. I really don't. I think I'm going to go like neutral but a bit pink. So for my lip liner, I'll be taking the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Uptight. And for my lipstick, I'll take the Freck Makeout Club Soft Blur Lipstick in the shade Makeout Club. Now I'm gonna finish my eyes because I just realized that I forgot to finish my eyes. For my lash line, I think I'm just gonna keep it simple and I'm going to be taking the blue shade and just putting that all over my lower lash line. And I'll be putting some white liner in my waterline just to make my eyes a bit more bright, a bit more open. And I'll put a bit of mascara. Oh my goodness, I'm finished. Here we have it. I'm happy that I persisted, is that a word? I'm happy that I pulled through and that I kept trying because this makeup look was very hard and there was a lot of hit and miss and trial and errors. But I feel like this makeup look is super interesting. Like from afar, it doesn't really look like nothing, but if you look a bit closer, you can see that layered effect a bit more. The face is super fresh, super light, and a nice neutral lip. So yes, overall, that's pretty much it. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you would recreate this, and I will see you in the next one.